into it. So welcome back to the Crown of the Oathbreaker, everybody. After a week break, but we are back into it now. Let's pick on Doug. Well, let's honor Doug with his excellent knowledge and note-taking. Doug, what happened last week? 2 weeks ago.
Oh, notes. I knew there was one thing I didn't have open yet, which was the notes. Okay, so last week ended up back at the Lucky Leap. Was it Lucky Leap? Yeah, Lucky Leap Tavern. And we went to go get some rest. Everybody rested fine except for Incration and Vander, who woke up. Their eyes were pretty blurry, couldn't really see that well. Vander said, "Well, I need more rest," and he went back to sleep. Incration still, after meditating, could not get this fuzziness out of his eyes. Everybody met together, went up downstairs for some breakfast at the tavern, and Incration went to talk to his friend, the governor, in Thieves' Cant, and ended up finding out that they have sight rot somehow. He went and told the group this, and Vander still was like, it's not that bad. And the governor told him that he needed to get a flower called Eyebright in order to make medicine for the sight rot. We went to talk to some noble of the session that I missed before that the group got basically told about this feather, I believe it was, and he would buy it for like 300 gold, and they paid 200 gold, so they would make 100 gold profit. And he ended up saying, "Yeah, it's just the feather. I don't want this piece of crap."
This guy.
That guy. Yeah, that guy. And he also told us that he would owe us a favor if we went to pick up his fancy horse. I can't remember the horse's name. I want to say it was just called Lady.
Miss Ivory.
Miss Ivory.
And it wasn't that he would owe you a favor. This is a favor in return for the governor, as you call him, the proprietor of the Lucky Leap Tavern, who effectively kept Gareth Gorso away from Khazri for a while. For the, so you're paying back a favor. Yeah.
And so everybody was like, "Okay, yeah, we'll go get your horse." And Creation was like, "Yeah, listen, I'll get your horse eventually, but I'm going to the swamp first because my eyesight is the most important thing to me." He didn't really like that answer, and Khazri was like, well, we'll, wink, wink, go to get your horse first, right? And Creation reluctantly agreed. Creation decided to swipe a candelabra on the way out just to test how his skills was with his blurry sight, and seemed to do just fine for now. Made our way to the swamps. We came to a fork in the road, and Creation was like, "Yeah, I don't care where you guys go. I'm going to the swamp. My eyesight did that." We were able to find a decent amount of the Eyebright. Unsure if it's enough for 2 doses or not. We stayed to find a little bit more, but unfortunately, Adai and Bone got poisoned, I want to say. I know for sure it was Adai. From the swamp.
Vander as well.
Vander as well, okay.
Yeah.
We decided to not sleep in the swamp, so we trucked it out a little bit, risking exhaustion. We made our way to the Royal Stud Farm, and oh shit, maybe the swamp was a bad idea. Everything's on fire. Khazri, Ambone, and Adai went into the barn, was able to rescue one horse that was still alive, that is white, that is presumed to be possibly Miss Ivory, but unsure. Vander and Incration went into the main halls, found this barrel that was moving by itself, and eventually it was not a child, but it was just a possibly work hand that said, "Oh, go to the old windmill." They take them all to the old windmill. Went to the old windmill. Oh no, it's a trap. And went down to the basement, and there's a demon.
An excellent summary. Okay, so we ended mid-combat last time, so let's pick it up inside of Old Grinder, this old windmill. If you remember, a lot of people fell down from the top. I think Adai had the excellent idea to throw people down, and he ended up getting thrown down himself. But at the moment, we pick it up. Bone has got rid of the leader of this cult, it seems, Countess Kryn. And I think Bone was our last turn. Yes, so Bone, you've had your turn. Countess is dead. Adai. Now let's what's Adai going to do? Since he's not here, he's on 2 hit points.
Where is Adai? Oh, Adai's up the stairs, right?
Yep.
I would say he stays safe.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have Adai duck down here next to Joy, and he'll fire off a firebolt at this demonic looking thing here. So he winds up with his firebolt, fires it out, and let's see if it hits. First roll, 18. 18 does hit, but just checking. The firebolt erupts around the demon and he's completely unaffected by this. Your fire is useless against me. And I goes, oh shit, and retreats back up the stairs. Okay, this cultist is still alive and is in love with Vander. So he's not going to attack Vander, but he's going to swing over to Bone. Now, Vander, you can stab him in the back effectively, but that will break the love. Okay. So this cultist dude, let's see, what can I do to be nasty? He's desperate for this. He'll stay next to Vander, and take out an Eldritch Blast and blast it at Bone. Now, Bone, you went reckless, I believe? Say he...
Just a sec. Yeah. Let me see. I think I did. Yeah. Everything's reckless with Bone, so...
Okay, so in that case, 10 turns into a 17 to hit, which will hit as you get blasted right in the small of the back with an Eldritch Blast for 4 points of damage. Vander!
Yep.
Am I frightened by any chance?
I think you're frightened of the demon. Let me just double check that. I'm not sure what that is. I think it was from the Countess, actually, so we'll just say you're not frightened at the moment.
Okay.
It was the Countess, because I went up the stairs when I was frightened. Yep.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, I'm going to... Oh, that's a tricky one, actually. Because my ability, as was pointed out last time, is that I can use my action to make my familiar use its reaction to make an attack. But currently, Joy is pretty far away from attacking anyone at the moment. So, not going to work, even though I wish it would. That complicates things, actually. What should I do instead? I think that I'm going to continue to try to convince this person next to me to attack the demon instead. And Vander is gonna point to the Duchess and be like, oh my god, it seems like they're killing everyone. I think we should give up, honestly. I think we should just gang up on this dude, this guy over here. I don't think we're going to be able to win.
Okay, make a persuasion at advantage.
Let me see. I am poisoned though.
Okay, we'll make a flat roll then.
Yeah. Right should be right. So close to being a 19.
No, I will not attack the demon. We've completed 2 summonings. We must do the 3rd. That's what the lady would have wanted.
And inside, Vander's gonna be slightly annoyed that this isn't working in his favor. But he's going to, yeah. Oh well, he'll swallow it, and that's his turn.
Okay, excellent. And Kracion.
I will steady aim and use my last charge of my souped up plane cards.
Sure.
Attack the demon.
Okay. So at advantage.
Let's see here. I will Elven Accuracy re-roll one of those since they were both 3s. That's horrible for advantage.
Ouch.
So come on, Elven Accuracy, second or final roll.
18 will hit.
All right. It does, yeah, things and stuff depending on what I roll. So let's see here. I'll just roll the damage first because sometimes I don't get sneak with this. It's a 1 + 4 is going to be 5 damage. A 1 is roll the sneak attack, and it is. Oh, and then at the start of its next turn, it takes half sneak attack damage that I rolled as well. So sneak is 2d6. So it will take 4 damage from sneak, and at the start of its turn, it will take 2 damage. No save, it just happens.
Since his turn is really soon, I'm just going to take the 2 damage off it at the moment as your card goes and cuts him across the shoulder, and you see a wound open up with a black ichor pouring out because he's a demon. And I think that'll be your turn. Those are some terrible rolls. All things considered. Okay, so Kracian concentrating best to do it. Joy the demon.
Joy is going to fly above Kasri next to this demon, and he's going to and he's just going to like pester him, I guess, fly into his face and be like, "Oh, you sure you don't want to return back to Avernus?" And be like stuff like that.
I have business to deal with here. But mechanically, you're doing the help action?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, I can't decide, so I'll let the dice gods decide. 1 to 3 Khazri, 4 to 6 Bone. So swings over to Bone. I don't think Joy gets attacks of opportunity, but we'll get there. So it goes, is he going to do that? Yes, he is. First of all, always a weird thing to do, but he's going to attack you with his beard, Bone. And with his beard, he rolls a 17, once again, at advantage. And,
yeah, that hits.
And make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
8.
You take 9 points of piercing damage as he wrecks you with his beard. And you are poisoned. And while you're poisoned under this condition, you cannot regain hit points until you make a save later on. So you're unable to be healed effectively at the moment. And
that's good.
Then and he takes, actually, I think I have some art for this. Picked at a very nasty looking dagger. You have a picture of this, just a sec. I showed this to you last time, yeah. This dagger here. And he twirls it around a couple of times. as you're still recoiling from this poison condition, it says, "Are you ready to die? Are you ready to be sacrificed, mortal?"
Bone is just grunting, feeling the effects of the poison.
So rolling at advantage again. Oh, you rolls an 11 at advantage, so that misses you. Which is a shame, because the hellish sacrificial dagger is fun. Okay, Kesri!
Okay. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure I didn't hit bone. I am going to use my last second level slot. Cast Rhymes Binding Ice again.
Okay, on the demon, obviously. So Constitution saving throw 14 has a +5 to this. And he rolls a 9, so that's going to work.
Nice.
So he first of all he gets bound with the ice, right?
Yeah. For 1 minute, or until it or another creature uses an action to break it.
So mechanically, he's just speed of 0. Speed of 0 as he's locked in place. Okay, and how much was the damage? 16.
And
All hit.
then-
No immunity to that. Okay, 16 as the ice forms around and says, "I'll get you yet."
And I think that's all I'm gonna do. Yeah. Oh, actually, I will. Move it. That'll be it.
Okay, and doesn't even look like that's concentration. Okay, oh, great save, great spell, I should say. Okay, back to you, Bone. Feeling poisoned, all sorts of bad stuff. What would you like to do?
Yeah, let's see. I think there's not much to do. I think I've used up all my charges of stuff. So attack or grapple. So his speed is 0.
Yep. Mechanically, that's all it does. Speed is 0. Oh, not prone.
Well, I think I'll attack him. I need to bring him down. Since I'm poisoned, it doesn't matter. I'll attack recklessly because
You can, but Joy's already helped
Oh,
for
yeah,
the
that's-
first one. Yep.
it doesn't matter anyway. Even if So swing and a miss.
Okay, swing and a miss, absolutely. Poison seeping
yeah,
through your
that-
system. It's not good.
Yeah, and that's all. I think. Yeah.
You can, at the end of your turn, make another Constitution saving throw. Yeah, con saving throw. Okay, the poison
Yeah,
condition
good,
fades. So you remove the poison from the beard. So beautiful. Okay, Adai. Adai is going to do the same thing. But that didn't work last time. He's going to come out and toll the dead. So he comes down, comes back up, cast Toll the Dead. Creature needs to make a wisdom saving throw, DC 13. And rolls a natural 1. So he'll take the full Toll the Dead damage. That shall be 3 points of necrotic damage. The demon is taking this like a champ. It's going to take a few more hits to get there. And the Witch Service cultist is going to fire again at Bone with his Eldritch Blast. And rolls an 11. Just crashes over the opposite side there. Vander, you're up.
Right. Well, I guess the demon looks bloodied currently, so I'm going to use that as an argument for this person that, yeah, nah, I think we're done for, to be honest. I think we will both get a much better and easier time if we just give up now. And if we do also help these adventurers, I'm sure they will treat us even better. Maybe they'll even let us go after summoning this demon thing.
Because you look like a cultist, right? With your disguise self.
I do.
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
once again, persuasion at advantage.
I guess it's still just a normal roll. Such sadness.
Yeah, yep. Your words seem to have some effect, and we'll get to this when it comes to his turn. Just put this little confusion button on him. So when it gets to his turn, he looks as if he's going to do something different, opposed to attacking.
Right.
Okay, Cracion.
Rinse and
Oh,
repeat.
no.
Steady aim.
Okay, sorry, no, I'm just thinking out loud. Okay, steady aim.
Yep, rinse and repeat. Steady aim. Throw a playing card. Well, oh, don't have to elven accuracy. That.
Natural 20!
Okay. Let's see here. 2 and 4d6 plus 4 to this. 21 plus 4, 25 points of damage.
Ouchies. Oh, an excellent shot. Beautiful.
That's
Okay,
turn.
okay, holding steady there. Joy.
Well, yeah, nothing's close by. Let's just pester this demon. I
Okay.
heard that Avernus is very nice this time of the year.
Okay, so getting right up in his face, pestering him.
Yeah.
Now, he is bound in ice, which is not great. He is in range of that now. And no attack at advantage. He's going to use his action to break free of the binding ice. So he just, ice shatters all across there. He's going to take one step to the south like that. Yes, that's right. Okay, that'll be his turn. Kazri.
Okay. I will use my last sorcery point to twin cast Chaos Bolt. Holy, well, there's the first one.
Oh dear.
Holy shit, okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
That sucks. Well, yeah, that's it for me.
Just out of interest, was both of those on Alden, the demon?
Yeah.
Okay, he is enjoying this. All the misses. Okay, and we switch round to Bone. Bone looking very bad, but still up.
Yeah. I'm not poisoned now, so
Oh, and Joy is right up in its face, so yeah, advantage.
Yeah. Gonna go for that.
Oh,
Not.
man, the rolls.
Isn't going so well.
No.
Oh man.
Do you want to borrow some elven accuracy?
Oh yeah, thank you. Undead. accuracy. I don't know. Yeah, not much else to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I will
Yeah, that's his turn.
and I will pop his head down and cast Toll the Dead. So that's a wisdom saving throw from the demon. +5 to this is 60. Does that beat his spell DC? It does. So the Toll the Dead goes off, but he shakes it off, no effect, and Ally scurries back out of sight on the level above. The cultist says, the demon's almost dead. Must report this to the Raven Queen. The Raven Knight. She must know. And he goes to move around Incration to avoid the attacks of opportunity and takes off upstairs. And I'll say he just gets out the door on his dash action. So he's making a run for it, or to talk to the Raven Knight, whoever or whatever that is. So Vander.
Okay, Vander is going to follow. I guess he's going to use his dash action
Sure.
if he needs to. I'm not really sure how far she went.
Well, let's say you get 30 to there, right next to Adi, and you can see him just outside the door.
Right. I'm just going to shout to her if I can do that as a free action and be like, you go and tell the Raven. What did you say? The Raven Queen?
Knight.
Right.
The Raven Knight. Tell me where to find her, and I'll try to keep these lovely inbreds stalled for as long as I can, and I'll meet you later.
Okay. She says, we're told we should be at the what's it called? At the King's Bridge, which is one of the main bridges there. Told to meet her at the King's Bridge. Yeah, that's what he says. King's Bridge for the Raven Knight.
Okay, cool. I'll just say, good luck, sister, as she walks away.
Well, she's not walking, she's running, but absolutely. Okay. So, effectively eliminating something. So, and who's a Raven Knight? That's a good question. Okay, and Cration.
Yeah. Rinse and repeat. I mean, demon gots to go. So steady aim. Fling a card. Elven accuracy, that's 7, just in case. Okay, so 18 to hit.
Okay, 18 hits.
All right. Ew. That's not good sneak damage.
11. Okay. Oh wait, no, it's not the Raven Knight. Sorry, I'm confused. It's the Queen of Shadows. So Queen of Shadows. So yep, I got that wrong. Queen of Shadows is who's going to meet at the thing. Okay, Cration, take a shot. Did he aim? Great. Joy. Whoops. Joy, you're up.
All right, so let's move up to this demon. Let's land on his shoulder and just be like, you look tired, my friend. I think you should have a big, long vacation back home.
We're not quite
yeah.
there yet. Odin Lobo will still have advantage against him. He grabs young Lord Kryn, places hellish dagger to his throat. Anybody attack me, you're gonna have this boy's throat slit. And he grabs hold of this boy and starts backing up the steps. He's gonna pass by Bone. You can have attack of opportunity if you like, but he does have a readied action with his dagger to the throat. Same with Incration. Everybody just back up!
So
Bone gets to decide first, so let's see what Bone does. And then Incration. Bone's hemming and hawing.
The thing is, I would. I wouldn't set the DC high because this is something. Yes, something secret. But yeah, the more difficult moral choices, easier DC, and yeah. No, he's bloodlusted. I rolled below a 10, so he's going to, attack of opportunity.
Will you do that? His readied action goes off. And there's a chance he's going to miss this. He's going to use his hellish dagger. Rolls a 22. And the dagger, he drives it deep into the heart of the boy. And you see him scream, and as he hits with the dagger, the wounds open up in the child, and then open, and all of black energy rolls around it, and the child dies. So I guess we'll say this happened. Whoops, not in Gracian, you stay there. Happens right there as he just leaves your attack range. And 21 hits. Roll damage.
Yeah, not the most good feeling damage, but okay. Let's see, that's 10 slashing. So 5, I suppose.
10 slashing, 5? What? Oh, slashing, yes.
Oh, if
yeah,
he's
yeah.
resistant to...
He is. Okay. So he's looking really bad as the bone claws. Several things happen. Once you attack him, the boy dies. And the guy just screams like it's your big mistake. And he turns around to attack you, but not before Kazri gets a go.
Okay. I will try again. Or,
Ice bolt.
yeah. Here we go.
Straight
But it won't
roll.
be twinned because I'm out of spots.
17 will hit though, so that does 12 points of force damage, which he cannot do anything about. So Kazri Gorso.
How do you want to do this?
I guess frustrated at her misses before and also at the dead child. She'll just let loose a bolt of energy that shoves this dude into the wall and he crumples.
Thumps onto the ground. Disappears with a psh. Okay. Just if you want to let the cultist go to talk to the Queen of Shadows, you can, or what do you want to do? Do you want to hunt him down? If you want to hunt him down, we'll keep an initiative order.
Incration will for sure hunt him down.
So Kazri, take him down. What do you do?
Let's see. The stones are they're not lit up anymore, right?
No, somebody.
Yeah, I took care of that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought.
So before somebody stood on those and took damage, but now seems perfectly fine.
Okay. I'll wait here on the stairs.
Okay, great. Bone. Maybe, I don't know if you realize what Bone did. But, Bone, your turn.
Yeah, he's going to sort of freeze up and look at the dead child and just slump to his knees and go, He's just muttering, groaning, making guttural noises, but he seems to be in a state of distress. He's going to just fall to his knees and go, sort of clawing at his hands, touching his face, his head, and going, no.
Okay, that's awesome. Bone has issues. So drops to his knees and, yeah, something bad has happened. Adai! He swings over to here and says, Josh, what are we doing? Are we letting this arsehole go, Vander?
I think we should follow her. She might lead us somewhere interesting.
Make a persuasion check. And no more an insight check.
Do you want me to roll disadvantage or just
No,
normal?
you're
because
poisoned.
of my poison.
Yeah. It's looking for a 12.
Persuasion. Let's see then. Oh, nat 20 about, but it died.
On that 20 and a
So
6.
sad. So sad.
Says, screw that as a cultist. I hate cultists. And he fires off his firebolt. First roll, a 10. Oh, firebolt. Sure,
Also screwing up the net 20. Oh, feels.
never mind. Okay, the Witch Service cultist takes off. 5, 10, 15, 20. So he's 35 off the edge of the map. 35. Okay. Vander.
I'm just going to go up here, and I'm going to close the door. Oops, sorry, Ally. And then I'm going to take a step back next to Tobron.
Okay. Okay.
And that's my
Impression.
turn.
Okay, I have to math. Yeah, that's 10. Okay. I will pick up the demon's dagger. If it's still there.
It is.
Okay, I'll pocket that. I will condole bone. Big fella, it's alright. Lady Luck just didn't shine on him. Don't take it personal, big fella. And then I will bonus action, dash, and that will give me 105 feet of movement minus 10, so that's 95 feet I have to catch up to this cultist.
That takes your full action, right? To dash everything?
And bonus, yeah.
If I say you dash right up next to this guy, screaming up the stairs. You're right next to him, but that, I guess, would be your turn.
I am speed. Okay, that's the turn.
You must, of course, open the door to do that. Open. There we go. Okay, so screaming through there. Joy?
So the demon died.
Yep.
So there's nothing else down here except Bone standing on his knees in anguish.
And a couple of nobles who are bound and unconscious are but alive.
Okay.
Oh, I thought those were dead when Kazri did her frost on them last session.
Die?
Because
I don't know
Kazri
if
did the wave of the cone of frost on them, thinking they were enemies.
You're right. Well, they're dead now anyway. It's just a lot of bodies. Is all that's down there that Joy sees.
Okay. Joy is going to land on Bone's shoulder, and being an Impinal, she's going to try to like show some affection towards Bone, I guess, trying to like calm him down as best as she can with his.
As best as a demon can, which I'm not sure.
Of course. Yeah, that's what Joy going to try to do.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, not with her tail, I think. That's a little bit pointy.
Okay, Kazri. Kazri? Kayla?
Oh, sorry. I said I'll make my way up the stairs and see if the cultist is within view.
So we can say use your movement to get there, right in front of the door, and then you can see the demon. The cultist. He's like about 50 feet away.
Oh, okay. In that case, don't think that'll do anything.
13 does hit.
Oh, sick. Okay.
2 points of lightning damage as it crashes against his back. He is looking like... Well, we'll see what he does. Bone! Still on your knees, contemplating decisions. What do you do?
Oh. Ah. So he's not going to crush Joy in his bare hands in pure rage.
Nice. Love that.
Well, I'm going to say this. He's going to just continue freaking out on his knees there. He's going to... yeah.
Okay. Adai. First one. What's your armor class, Vander? Probably more than 11.
Not too high. Yeah, 14.
Adai takes a swing at Vander, missing horribly, saying, "Look, Vander, you're either with us or against us. Closing the door, making it more difficult for us. This is not going to stand. Make a decision. You're with us or you're against us. Make your choice."
Vander's just gonna smile at Adai and say, "Who made you the boss that we should kill that cultist, though? I'm going to say that it's a much wiser idea to follow her and track down the rest of the organization."
You've been hindering us, getting in our way time and time again. Act like an ally. And he storms out, chasing after the cultist. The cultist? He's got Incration on his tail. Nah, he's going to take off. Incration, attack of opportunity if you want it.
Yeah, I'll swipe at him with a card here.
Turns his back to you.
No, that's a 6.
Okay, so he's going to be... Man, I've got to get better at my graffiti. 95 feet off the map as he just runs and runs and runs.
Oh, that's nothing.
Okay, Vander, having been dressed down by Adai, what do you do?
I'm going to look at Cassidy and I'm going to say, this guy is still sleeping here. I kind of want to interrogate him. What do you think? Should we just kill him instead, or should we try to siphon him for some more information?
Did you not already get the information on where their leader is?
Oh, but isn't it nice to like double check and get some more information?
You do what you want. He's asleep. I don't care.
Cool. So I'm going to get down on my knees next to this guy, and I'm going to like just grab both of his shoulders like in a shock to try to wake him up.
Yep, he wakes up.
Cool. And I'm going to say, "This is falling to shits, brother. I think we need to get out of here. Where should we go?"
To the King's Bridge.
And that's my action.
Okay. So effectively, oh, they're going back into initiative now. 20, okay. I'll put him below Bone. He gets up and says, "What happened? Did we summon another demon? Tell me, brother, did we summon another demon?"
We didn't. The ones we had died. We need to get out of here, or we're gonna both die.
At least the Queen of Shadows is out. To the King's Bridge! Incration. Guys, 60 feet away from you.
It's no problem. That'll be just a dash, bonus action dash.
Yep.
And then I'll swipe at him with the card here. -2 is gonna be a 14.
Sure, -2 because...
Sight rot.
Haha! Yeah, we forgot about Sight Rot. 16 hits.
14?
14 also hits, yep.
Okay, all right, all right. No sneak because it wasn't a steady aim, and no ally, so that's going to be 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay, cut him across. He's looking bad, but he looks... yeah, we'll see what happens. But he's looking really bad. That was a good hit. Joyce! Comforting Bone by, I don't know, licking him, gnawing him gently with your fanged mouth? I'm not sure.
Yeah, neither am I. Well, Bone is still showing distress. We'll have Joy try to make his situation a little bit better. Perhaps Bone likes to be licked in the face by an imp. Let's try that and see how it works.
Does Bone like that?
Indifferent at the
Indifferent.
moment.
All right.
Interesting.
Okay. Kezri! Guys, 95 feet away from you. What do you do?
95 feet. That's nothing.
Oh my god.
Oh! Natural
Natural
20
20.
with the jolt.
Ooh.
For the second time, Kezri.
How do you want to do this?
She just literally fries in place. She's just like mid-stride and just gets crispy.
Okay, as he burns up, he lets out a scream. And down he goes. Okay, carry on, because there's still this cultist here that's awake. So we'll see what happens. Bone! So...
Malcolm, you accidentally killed a Creation with your ex, not the cultist.
Oh, sorry, buddy. That's rough. Sorry about that. Bone!
Yeah, Bone is still going to be in distress down there. Sort of gingerly touching the body of the dead child, just muttering to himself and, yeah, not moving.
Tobron, or Toblerone as I keep on being tempted to say. And he looks at Vander and says, "Look, that was the arsehole that tried to take us out." And he sneaks up behind Kezri.
Can I have an attack of opportunity?
Oh, you can.
Nice. So I currently have a dagger in my hand.
Yep.
I'm sure, even though I am poisoned, I have a feeling that if I weren't, I would have advantage on this attack. But that's just an assumption.
No, just straight roll. He stands up and then wanders over, gets ready to stab Kezri in the back.
So it would normally be a normal roll, so disadvantage then.
Yeah, just a normal... Oh, no. Disadvantage, yes, because of your poison, yes.
Yeah.
Would he not have advantage because he's dressed as a cultist and he wouldn't see it coming? So straight?
Tell you what, make me a stealth check. A DC 10. That's a good point.
Oh my god.
No.
That's a 4 right there.
All this help thrown at you and just didn't do it. So,
Yeah.
so not advantage, but
Okay.
you... So still at disadvantage, yep.
Disadvantage. Oh, that's a nat 1. Oh my god. Love my rolls. Such a blessing today.
So the cultist stands up.
I'm trying to hit him.
And you miss. And it's going to try and whack Kezri on the back of her head with its mace. Rolls a 19, Kezri. That hits.
Yeah.
And you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And then he brings back his mace again to attack for a second time, but this time rolling a 7. So the second one will miss. But you feel the blood pooling at the back of your head as you're whacked in the head with the mace. And Adai says, "Duck, Kezri!" as he fires a firebolt back at the cultist. First roll. 13 will hit. as a firebolt erupts on the cultist. And Adai, how do you want to do that? The guy catches on fire, runs around, and eventually comes outside and dies in a heap. And with that, we are officially out of turn order.
Nice.
You find yourself kind of in the forest around this area. Things calm all of a sudden.
Vander's gonna go out to the others and say, well, you guys did it. Nice. Very well done. So, what do you guys think? Are you guys interested to go to this King's Bridge?
I don't feel like we have another option, though I'm a little low on resources myself.
I'm more interested in finding an herbalist than the bridge is fine with me.
Oh, I'm sure the bridge isn't going anywhere. I hope we have some time to discover their whereabouts before they disappear from the face of the earth.
I highly doubt they're gonna just hang out on the bridge for the foreseeable future.
Oh, I have a feeling that I do agree with you, Casri.
We'll point out that because you went and searched for the weed for the eyesight, it is late in the evening now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Bone's
we need
down
to
on
get
his
Bone.
knees. We need to get Bone.
Maybe we go down, check on Bone, and I guess if it is late evening, we should probably rest.
Fuck.
Do you mind pulling me down to Bone?
There we go. I'll just make the whole map accessible to
Thank
everybody.
you.
So there we go.
Let's see. I doesn't see it.
Oh yeah, we can't go through walls.
Oh, that's still. Thought that wouldn't have worked with dynamic lighting, but let's turn that off. There we go. Should be able to move anywhere now. There we go.
Cool. So, is Bone still crouching down above this kid, Christian?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Well, Vander's gonna walk up next to you, Bone. He's gonna look at the child, and then he's going to look at you. And he's going to grab both of your arms and try to get your attention as he gets down on his knees next to you. And he's gonna say, you wanted to protect this child, didn't you?
Vander. Just groaning.
Vander's just gonna say, I know, Bone, but it's not your fault. It's these evil people that have killed the child. It's not your fault, even though you didn't manage to save him.
He's going to look at his hands, his bone claws. Bone monster. Not my blood. Not my body. Not my bones. Vander. Stein. Kill is going to push you back. And he's, I forgot to say, get your green cards ready. He's going to, or red cards, he's going to take his bone claw and try to tear off his own head. So essentially, yeah, well, he attacks himself. I'm gonna allow myself to be hit. Stupid. So he tries to tear off his own head, and blue blood just splashes everywhere. Do you get some in your mouth, Vander?
I don't know. Do I?
We'll say, but yeah, Dick save will be good.
Disadvantage then?
I don't think poison gives you disadvantage on saves.
Does it
It's
not?
just ability checks, I think.
Ability and attacks.
Ability and attacks.
Yeah. True.
Dick save. I'll say
I don't.
DC 10. Dick save DC 10. Otherwise, the blood's spurting out of Bone. This has got very dark very quickly.
Oh my god.
Aw.
I'm not getting any blood in my mouth.
Aw. But yeah. So I suppose Bone goes unconscious. He kind of fails at tearing off his head, but blood spurts everywhere, and he's just collapsing in a pile of blood.
I backed up.
Yes, she backed
All
up.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you're right in front of me.
I'm just going to face palm so hard. And as your body falls to the ground, I'm just going to crouch on top of you, basically, or next to you. And I'm going to place my hands on your shoulders. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Should we maybe try to tuck him in and all of us get some rest?
I would love to get some rest, to be honest. And Bone should probably get some rest as well. Before Vander is gonna gently pick up this kid, and as Bone is laying face flat on his stomach, I guess, Vander is just gonna remove the kid away from Bone's, from his area, from where he's being.
As you heal Bone and he sits up and goes, Master, what happened? Bone hurt. He's going to just crawl into a corner.
After putting the child away, Vander's gonna just return to Bone and say, well, you fought like a true hero today, Bone, and you managed to get yourself hurt.
Bone slash good.
Bone always slashes good. But Bone needs rest now, because Bone has had a very big day.
Okay, Master.
Good boy. Just had to.
He's a good boy.
Oh my god, so fun.
Who's a
Love
good
that.
bone?
Oh, good Bone. That's even better.
Adai wanders up next to Kazri and saying, what the hell just happened?
I think Bone just tried to rip his own head off, and I don't exactly know what to think about that myself.
Didn't he say not my body, not my bones? But something's really messed up with Bone. I'm not sure what. What do you think, Kazri?
Well, I mean, there was the priest guy that seemed to recognize him, but I don't think we know enough about Bone to even begin to guess what's going on. We could try to ask Vander, but getting a straight answer out of him, I feel, is a moot point.
This is why I came to you first. I mean, he's treating him like his slave, and my Bone's listening to him. It's strange. Just between you and me, Kazri, though, do you think we can trust Bone?
I think we can trust Bone more than we can trust Vander.
I mean, we have got a. I mean, I've got your back, Kazri, and I hope you've got mine, and same goes for everybody. But Vander is just He just creeps me out. He seems to make decisions for himself, not for us. Do you know what I mean?
I just think he's an idiot. I don't really know that there's much else beyond that with him.
Oh, fair. But yeah, well, I'm going to keep a close eye on him. Something not quite right. But yeah. And Addo finds a quiet spot to put his back up against. And Kracian, you're outside or inside?
I would have probably came back by now.
Oops, not that guy. This guy. Probably mistaking Kracian.
And I know it's an old windmill, but there was cultists here. Are there any books or anything around that I can maybe try to find any more information on sight rot?
No, it's
Okay.
an abandoned windmill. Rotten grain is the most.
I'll just suck it up and start to trance then.
So unless anybody has anything, conversations they wish to have or things you wish to do, you can get a long rest in.
RP wise, Vander is just gonna sit down with his instruments. He bought himself a lyre, and he's just gonna play like these childish tunes to Bone to get him to relax a little bit more as we rest,
Sure.
or before we take a long rest, I guess.
Well, yep, you do get your, as I said.
Does our sight rot go to -3 now, Malcolm?
It does.
Great.
But on the plus side, you can
Natural 20!
go up to level 5.
Oh yes, finally.
Oh my god.
Whew.
Let's go.
All sorts of good things happen at level 5. 2 attacks for martial people.
Shit.
Roll again, Kazri.
All right, 4 is not horrible.
Oh, well, whatever.
On a d6, what can you expect?
It's true.
Just add a note, level up to level 5.
Do I get it? Oh yeah, uncanny dodge. Yay.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, it's pretty good as well.
Oh, does Joy level as well? Interesting.
Nah, no, she doesn't.
Oh, that was
I just used her to roll for myself.
Sure, well, Joy needs to do that more often.
Don't forget to update our passives in roll 20 because our proficiency went up to +3.
Well, that should happen automatically. Oh, your passives in roll 20. Yes. Yes, thank you. So, feeling a lot better. I think Vander had the poison from the swamp. That's gone.
Perfect.
But who is it? Vander and
Incration.
Kracian, yes. -3 to all your rolls.
That's bad. I don't like that.
Yeah, Incration coming out of his trance, seeing his eyesight even more blurry, he's just literally freaking out, like, need an herbalist, fast, fast, my skills.
And I says, well, of course, we need to get back to Odenbear as quickly as we can. What are we going to do about these guys? Oh, by the way, this demonic guy has dissolved into a pool of sticky-looking tar.
Did his dagger dissolve, or do I still have that?
You still have it.
Take it.
Would you, were you examining it in detail during the night? I.e., do you
After my
attune to
trance,
it?
I would have.
Okay.
Can I
Give it a
help
shot.
Enration try to identify the dagger? I
Yeah.
do have proficiency in Arcana, if that helps.
Well, I'm gonna change one thing. Well, Incretion, you can spend the evening doing it. I've made the hellish sacrificial damage only available to you, so you should be the only one to see it. And as you attune to it, if you go to your appendices and roll 20, you should see the dagger there. You can read what it does.
Ah, yes. Oh.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, Vander, let's just say it's a good thing that neither you nor me is technically good.
For the purpose of the dagger, you mean? Or
For the
just in
Here,
general?
I will post the final part of it just so you know what I mean, because this is too good not to share. If you or me were good, just let you know what would happen there.
Oh, nice. Cool.
And I does ask the question again that Incretion is in a hurry for obvious reasons, but there are 3 bodies who were killed or sacrificed. Well, if you guys aren't going to do it, I'm going to do it. And he goes outside, drags his bodies out one by one, and start what technically amounts to a mass grave.
Bone helps out when he sees Adai doing something. Bone help, friend. Carries the child out.
Uh, okay. The logos are done. Adai carves a small tombstone. Maybe we need to inform the family back in Oathbreaker. But, Cracion, let's go.
Thank you, Adai. I appreciate that.
Okay, so you start your way back to Oathbreaker, following the paths leaking the royal stud farm, which is just smouldering heap now.
Don't forget the horse.
And the horse, you bring the horse along. The horse is burnt, but it'll live. And you get back to the city of Oathbreaker, taking about half the day to get there. Where's Oathbreaker? There it goes. Okay.
Well, Ada, you know the city better than me, friend. Where can I go for an herbalist?
Herbalist. Let's have a look. There's a place called Griselda's Apocryphy, which would be the place to go. I'm entirely sure where it is. Just give me a sec. Number 86. So, Adi would know where you are. Where's your... here we go. You come along the old man's road, and you approach Griselda's apothecary. And inside, it's a fairly simple shop. There's a front of the building and a back of the building. And at the front of the building, you see a man who is just huge. He's standing a good 8 foot tall, and he's almost stooped over inside the thing, and he tends to be putting some potions or something rather into a box. And he turns around slowly and says, "Can I help you?"
Oh, hi there, friend. I'm sorry to be bothered of sort, but I seem, and my friend over here, we seem to have contracted some sight rot somehow or another. I got some eyebright if you could be inclined to fix us up.
I'm just a delivery boy. It's an odd title considering how big I am. Can't help you, but let me call on Miss Marosta. She is lovely, and I'm sure she'll happy to help you out. And this lady comes out and says, "Oh, hello, love. Oh, those eyes, they don't look good. What happened, love? How did you pick up such a thing?"
No, ma'am, they're not that good. As I kind of blot some of the blood coming out of my eye. I'm not sure. I woke up at the Lucky Leap, and vision was blurry. We traveled for a couple of days doing things and stuff, and finding some eyebright here, and it's gotten pretty bad.
"When you too, love," she says to Vander. "Oh my goodness. Now, I mean, I can definitely mix up a little brew with that leaf you got me, but it's going to really help me if you can tell me where you picked this up. Think back, love."
There was a garden. I was there for that session, so whatever happened then, I will explain to her in the garden.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Did you see anybody with like... Yes, sir. Yes, love. What do you think?
I was just thinking because we were on a little adventure a couple of days ago where we were out of town. We found this giant spider. I don't know. Perhaps that could be something.
No, this doesn't look like a spider. I mean, a spider will bite you and you get infection where it bits you, but not the eyes.
So there couldn't be any toxins in like the webbings of the spider web or something. I don't know. I don't really know too much about this medicine stuff.
Well, I'm going to do my best then if you can't remember. Does anybody else have a guess as to where they might have picked up this sight rod?
Able to, I guess,
Manticore?
the witch.
Okay. I'm going to give you 30 seconds. If you get it in 30 seconds, I'll give you a point of DM inspiration.
The origin.
Yeah, I wanted to say the org as well.
Good guess, but no.
Was it the session that I wasn't here for?
Could have been. I think it might be. But 20
Yeah,
seconds.
Ooh. I don't know, to be honest.
The cooking festival?
Nope.
No, he was here.
Was it in Honored Bear?
No. And time's up. If you remember, there was a wagon that you found that was overturned with a whole lot of dead bodies inside. And remember, the dead bodies
on the way back.
had messed up eyes. And you went around and I had you make your constitution saving throws, and Vander and Incration failed. And the sight rot doesn't kick in instantly. It kicks in like not long, a day or so afterwards. Were you there for that session, Ingration?
Yeah, that was right after the spider. Yeah, the manticore.
So that is where you picked up sight rot. So, just so you know. All right, well, let me see. What you got. Let me see your ingredients here.
I'll show her the all of the eyebright that we got.
Oh my goodness, this is not going to be enough, love. I'm not sure what to do. And just at that moment, a third member of the staff comes up and says, "All right, now let's have a look at this. Let me see your eye, lad." And it comes up to Incration and violently pulls up your eyes. And let's have a look. I need to look closely. Hold still.
I'm not gonna resist. I'm gonna let him.
And
Okay. Ow.
Don't move. Don't move. Pain is the body's way of telling you something's wrong, and this is messed up. And he gets a little scalpel-looking thing and gets ready to take a little bit of the crust out. Do you let him?
It's fine.
It hurts like anything. I mean, obviously you've tried to get the crust out of your eyes. That's the first thing you do, but this this hurts. So you wince a little bit and says, "Now hold still. This is better done without the use of pain medication." Oh, look, doctor, look. I inherited this place from my grandmother Griselda, and we're here to help people, not to hurt them. Just look, pain medication just makes the process less effective. Well, okay. Well, look. Sorry, what was your name, love?
Incration, ma'am.
And you, love, what's your name? Talking to Vander.
Oh, my name is Vander. Pleased to meet you.
All right. My name's Marca Morosta. Pleasure to meet you. Look, now, love, you didn't bring me enough eyebright weed, unfortunately. So, one of you gonna have to make a decision. And the doc said, look, if they take it without pain medication, we can make it better. But there's a chance it's not gonna work. So, you gotta make a decision. Take it without pain medication, and both of you may or may not succeed, or one of you gets the poultice. Make a decision.
And you guys don't have like any backup in your inventory or something like that we could pay for?
Sorry to say, love, no. But the King's Game's coming up tomorrow. A lot of our supplies have been taken by the clerics, because like there's a battle of the champions coming up tomorrow. People will die, so they basically cleaned us out of shop.
Well, I remember rubbing my eyes. I remember Adai said if the choice came, it was going to be me.
Vander's just gonna
Since
sigh.
you wanted to sell your dose after all.
Look, loves, just to be clear, one of you we can definitely cure, but if we spread out this eyebright across both of you might, I'd give it, good chances.
Vander's just gonna shrug and be like, well, I don't really mind, to be honest. If you want to take the safe route and ration, I'm not gonna hinder you. But I know that you are a man of chances. And
I was just going to say,
that's one thing
I
I love
actually
about
have
you.
something for this. Because this is technically a downtime or figuring out the plan, I would say. So, Malcolm, never tell me the odds. What's the chance of this working for both of us?
You can get a solid sense which choice is likely to be the best one. Well, I'll let you decide. I'll tell you the roll you need to make. It's a DC 10 con save. So if you just take the medicine, no problem, 100% success. But then both you and Vander will have to make a DC 10 con save.
Well, my Constitution saving throw isn't the best, and
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
really
with
have
you on
anything to enhance it with either, do I? No, not really. So, but I'm still gonna let you decide, Enration. I'm all for the fun of the game.
Oh my gosh. Tabletop, I feel like a dick because I got a dagger, but the character would not gamble on his eyesight like he didn't gamble on his fingers with the knolls.
My lovely
So if
wife
you
bought
don't
me in a
s-
drink. She was too shy to be on camera, though, but she's lovely.
So if you don't stop him, I feel like a dick though. If you don't stop him, the character would just not gamble in his sight and say, "Give me the dose."
Yeah, like me as Tord, I'm not gonna like I'm gonna respect that. Vander himself, he's just gonna shrug and be like, yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. You need your eyesight after all, don't you? And he's
Only way
gonna
I can
be
use my skills.
talk to you a little bit teasingly as well. Your sweet
Okay,
little
love.
eyes need to be cured.
I can do this, but I need to make absolutely sure you're okay with this decision, Bone. I mean, this is a place of healing. They said my grandmother set this place up, and I tried to be as nice as I can. So, last chance, Vander. Are you okay with this, love?
Vander's just gonna say, I have complete faith in Endracian's abilities. And his judgment as well.
All right, then. Have a seat over here, love, and we'll get the process started.
We'll sit.
Okay, she gets some mortar and pestle, takes the eye bright weed, puts in a few bits and pieces, and she's about to add the last piece of thing to this poultice she's making. And the doctor, this guy says, look, it's going to be more effective if you don't add that last bit in. Pain, he needs to feel the pain. And Marcus says, oh, love, with or without pain?
You seem to know what you're doing there, ma'am. Whatever'd be the strongest and most effective to get this cured up, I leave to your judgment. Thank you for treating me so kindly.
And she takes the last piece of ingredient, puts it aside. Well, so be it. And she then takes a poultice, takes it on both of your eyes, and it hurts like anything. It's burning your eyes, and it takes about 10 minutes. Just hold on, love. It'll be over soon. Hold on.
Is this how you feel, Bone?
And 10 minutes go by, and she removes the poultice, and your sight rot is cured.
Oh, my eyes. Thank you, ma'am.
Oh, well, you're most welcome. Well, in the tradition of my grandmother Griselda, who started this place, no charge, but donations are greatly appreciated.
I will give her the candelabra I yoinked that's worth 5 gold.
Oh, that's lovely. Where did you get that from?
Oh, out in our ventures on the road, there was a traveling merchant that we saved, and this was his payment to me.
Deception. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you very much. And she puts it in pride of place up there. I could sell this for a few gold, I guess, but I'm gonna keep it here. All right, and Vander, yeah, you're gonna go blind.
Oh no! Now I feel more like
Are you certain? Okay.
Unless you can find a better way. Yeah, maybe there's some magical healing you can do. But
I was I was actually going to ask these healers about. So, if we can't find any moss, are there any other ways to cure one's eyes like this?
Oh, as I said, I deal in the. I'm a herbalist by trade, so I know the correct herbs and ways to solve things and salves and stuff. But curing blindness is beyond me. Maybe a high level cleric, druid, even. Well, there are clerics around. Not sure how much they charge you, but a lot of them are getting geared up, as I said, for the King's game tomorrow. I mean, someone will almost will get hurt in the King's tournament of champions, which is a big battle, not to the death, but people need healing. And all the stupid activities during the King's game, somebody inevitably ends up hurt. You can ask one of them.
Are
Partner.
what?
What was that, love?
Partner.
Otmer? Otmer.
I know who he's referring to.
Oh, that was the guy at the Temple of Life.
Oh yeah. Do you think we could speak to the priest, Bone?
Partner.
Otmer.
Good.
Vander's just gonna like turn around back to Markia, and be like, "Can I just be blunt for a second? Let's just skip the fact about curing my eyes. What about replacing them altogether?"
Oh, you don't mix words, do you, love? Perhaps I wasn't clear. I'm good at mixing poultices and paste to heal people. Erasing your eyes, that's beyond me. Although I guess technically that would work, but no, no. Look, love, I wish I could help you, but as I said, we're all out of supplies. King's Game's coming up, Tournament of Champions.
Vander's just gonna take a step very close to her, and he's going to grab like her wrist ever so softly, and he's gonna open up the palm of her hand, and he's just gonna place 2 gold pieces into her hand, and he's gonna say, "Thank you so much for your help."
Love, I can't take this. I didn't help you. You keep your gold.
Oh, but you did help him though, and I appreciate that. You guys are doing good work here.
Well, thank you, dear. I'll take this gold pieces in the spirit at which it was given. Thank you so much.
And without saying goodbye, Vander is gonna leave the shop and go straight to the temple.
Yeah. I'm sure it's Kesri squinting at Vander, or is Vander squinting at Kesri with his -3 on his rolls?
So actually, Vander has like some backup sight. He's gonna have Joy stay on his shoulder, and he's going to like knit like some black cloth around his eyes currently, and he's going to use the eyes of Joy instead to watch through as he walks around.
Okay. You can absolutely do that. I'm going to say people might react badly to a demon being on your shoulder.
Oh, but she's invisible, so it's fine.
Okay, that's cool. So black cloth across there, looking through the invisible eyes of Joy. Very cool. Okay, so off to the Temple of Life, it sounds like.
Yeah, at least Vander is going, and I hope Bone is following as well.
Of course.
Okay, so back onto Old Man's Road, going through the rather decrepit state of the South District. And I was going to say Vander. Vander doesn't notice. Oh, no. Vander still has his... up to 3 incration. Incration! You notice on the side of the road a knight of the Crown Guard, which you met in the noble district before. And it's an odd sight because number 1, he's in the South District, and number 2, he's very obviously drunk. And he's leaning up in an alleyway, and he's a puddle of urine around him. And it's very, very odd to see a Knight of the Crown in this type of condition. So, do with that what you wish, or just move on.
Let me see here. I'm looking to see if it's like the armor is loose fitting, like if somebody stole some armor from the barracks or something.
The 11 doesn't look like. Looks like well fitted. I mean, he's wearing a armor that would need to be custom fit for him, and looks like it's a good fit.
Adai, is that a normal friend? Do they just need to blow off steam from time to time with a little drink and a game of cards, or should we be concerned?
No, this is very unusual. I mean, they're very highly paid. I mean, they are likely to get drunk, but not this drunk. And usually, some of the taverns in the High District is where they do this. So this is unusual.
Should we go get a red cloak?
He technically hasn't done anything illegal.
Huh? Far be it for me to interfere with a man's joy.
Right. Kesri suggests you just get Vander help if we can, and you're leaving this drunken Knight of the Crown alone.
Mm-hmm.
Let's drunks be drunks, I say. Okay, so you move on to the Temple of Life. And if you remember before, the Temple of Life was number 1, where they feed the poor and the destitute. Anybody can come here and get fed for no type of charge. Though when people are helped, the expectation is they will then give help in return, which is how they keep this temple running. Okay. And Otmir is there. And sorry, give me one sec. Oops. Okay, so you're all into the temple. There's people there going about it, and you do see this half dwarf called Otmir, just going about his business. I mean, you're just one of many people here seeking help.
So, I guess Vander's just gonna approach him and be like, "Oh, good day. How are you? How are the pigs?"
The pigs are fine. The ones that are turned into pigs are the remained pigs, but we fed them as best we can. And I see, Avgi, you've brought back your pig. You gonna keep hold of that thing? He says, addressing Bone.
Adi, Admiral, Vander.
Buddy, you're a lot harder to understand than you have been, Avgi, but Well, I think you want to help me. This lad over here. Oh my goodness. You know, a little bit of basic body care, a little bit of hygiene will stop that a lot. You sure you're scrubbing in all the right places there, sir?
Uh, uh, I'm not really used to scrub my eyes, so to say.
Oh, damn cloth!
Are you sure that's going to work? Because some of the other healers said that this was something called sight rots. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this.
Oh, sight rot. We get the odd common folk here with sight rot. And unfortunately, I'd be more than happy to cure that for you, but I'll need some various ingredients and stuff to prepare a spell which the Redeemer, the God of Life, will help me cast. But I'll need some components for you. And it'll be...
May I ask, do you need some rare moss by any chance? Or perhaps something else that's rare and very hard to get by?
Well, that would be the alchemy route. I'm going to call upon the favor of the Redeemer to help me. But to get the required reagents, I'm going to need 50 gold pieces from you.
Interesting. Before I were to pay you for your service, may I ask, do the Redeemer judge people before healing them?
Well, it depends on which faction of the Redeemer you worship. It is the God of Life, and I worship the Redeemer for the healing qualities. Some people worship him as a, shall we say, a way to create life where there wasn't there. Way to, like, unnatural things, like turning things into things that they are not. Let me just get a second. So there are a few wicked followers of the faith who seem certain that life is a form of a divine act made available to them by their deity. And these clerics, they do twisted ways, experimenting with creating creatures to create perfection without moral boundaries. So, to answer your question, I worship the life that gives, and no judgment will be passed upon you. Yes,
No
necromancy, as
judgment.
the young lass points out, necromancy. Creating life where there wasn't there, constructing life. Vile experiments.
Interesting.
Why do you ask?
Well, you see, I have these powers, and to be fair, or to be honest, I'm not sure your god is going to approve of the source of my powers.
Well, I cannot speak for the Redeemer myself, but I'm more than happy to perform the call on the divine power to cure your sight. I cannot guarantee it'll happen one way or another, but I can guarantee it won't happen without 50 gold pieces.
Yes, I understand. And let me ask, if this doesn't work, am I still obliged to pay you for your service?
Oh, the components I use will be used up in the process, so yes.
Vander's just gonna sigh, then think a little bit to himself. Do you by any chance have some sort of, let's call it, pact of silence? If I were to tell you some inside information about myself, are you going to distribute my information to whoever would be interested to hear about it? Or do you have some sort of pact in this establishment that prevents my information from going into the, well, into the wrong people's hands?
But you put me in a difficult position, lad. I mean, can we definitely perform this service for you in a private area with the Redeemer will be no prying eyes. But if you're something else, something I would consider unholy, something vile that needs to be reported to the authorities, then I'm going to report it to the authorities.
I understand.
I promise confidentiality. It depends on what you're telling me. You're telling me I'm going to go murder the king, then I'll let the people know. If you say I've got the king's blood on my hands, and I will similarly report you. Some crimes are too great. So your decision.
Well, you kind of put me in a very weird position, to be honest. Banner's just gonna chuckle a little bit nervously as well and be like, shit. My friend, do you by any chance know someone who are able to replace eyes or know stuff like that? I feel like that could also be like an option for on my part.
Perhaps I didn't make myself clear earlier. The people who would create eyes for you, place them back in that thick skull of yours, pervert the meaning of the Redeemer of Life. That's an unnatural thing to create eyes and replace them. So even if I did know, I would not tell you.
I see. I understand. Oh well.
Look, I got poor and destitute to take over. That's a yes or no at this point, lad.
You know what? I'm curious. So if this doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's going to be sour as hell to lose my money and not get anything back from it. But I'm also a little bit intrigued. I want to know what your faithfully God thinks about me. So sure, let's pay this money and get some answers.
Okay, follow me.
Banner's,
and he takes you into a
just
room
gonna
called...
read the pouch.
Sure.
50 gold. And give it to him.
And he takes you to a room. Above the room it says Voice Channel 2 for some reason. So come join me in Voice Channel 2. Alright, so he paid the 50 gold pieces. Alright, let's get this ritual started. And he cast the spell on you. Your sight rot is confirmed. And he looks concerned. But there is something unnatural about you, Vander. What's going on?
I might not be Are you saying that I'm not worthy in the Redeemer's eyes?
Oh, the Redeemer literally just cured you. Your blindness is gone. So sight rot's gone, mechanically.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess that's that then. Your God sees me as worthy to getting my eyes fixed.
I couldn't help but
more
notice
do you need to know?
when I was casting this on you, you seem to be lacking something. You seem to be lacking a pulse.
A pulse?
Heartbeat.
Well, I do have a heartbeat, but I'm a very calm person.
I don't know if you do technically have a heartbeat. You're technically undead, aren't you?
I actually saw earlier on my sheet. It didn't really say anything about heartbeat. It just said that I didn't really need to breathe.
Okay, well I'll let you decide as a player then if you have a heartbeat or not.
I think it would be cool without a heartbeat, to be honest. A little bit flavor to the whole meaning of it.
You seem to be lacking a heartbeat. What's going on?
I don't really know what you're saying, friends. Everyone has a heartbeat, except undead, of course.
You do not have a heartbeat.
I do have a heartbeat, but it's very slow and it's very calm because I am a very calm person. I don't normally stress.
Look, lad, I don't care if you're stressed or not. You should be stressed with that Aitarat. If you have a faint heartbeat, if you have a beat that beats every minute or so, that is still very unnatural. Let me make it clear. Get the fuck out of my temple and never come back.
Either way, I need to thank you for your service. You have been very kind to me, and I appreciate it, even though you see something ill in me. I'm not gonna pester you anymore.
He opens the door, boots you in the butt, and you step through into the room, which is where we'll pick up on the other side.
All right.
Okay, let's go back. So, what you see is Otmir opening the door where this medicine was happening, kicks Adai in the butt. Oh, sorry, Vander in the butt, and Vander goes stumbling out. Now get the fuck out of my temple! Never come back!
Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe you need to calm yourself down as well, my friend, because
The participants, the poor here, they all grab you and they physically manhandle out of you. 10 of them just grab you and throw you out onto the street.
well, I'm just gonna shrug and let it happen. I'm not gonna even try to resist. I'm gonna try to find some joy in being carried by so many people that wants me to go somewhere.
They don't make it a joyful experience. Some of them give you
Yeah.
kidney patches along the way.
Gonna try to high five some of the people, well, just to see if they're willing.
And Optimus is a well-respected person in there, and he helps the poor, and they're on his side. So, yeah. But you do notice that as Vander stumbles out, his sight seems to be restored.
And once Vander is thrown out of the temple, he's just gonna get up, shrug, and dust off all the dirt from his clothes. And he's gonna say, well, I would say that went pretty well. My eyes are back to normal. And, well, I get to see another day. And then I'm gonna look back to the rest of my party and be like, so, are we getting out of here or what?
Or the party answers that. Otmir comes up to Bone and says, "What's going on? This is not the you I remember, Avgi. What's going on?"
Doesn't know how to respond, but Bone weak. He's trying to gesticulate with his hands, and he's trying to imitate the ghost in that tavern. And he goes into his own, sort of touching his own body. Weak.
A ghost? Are you possessed, lad?
Ghost. He's gesticulating, touching his own hand. Weak.
And Kazri says he was grabbing his head last night, saying not his body, not his bones. All right, lad, let's have a look at you. And just going to whisper something to Bone. Is that correct, Bone?
Yes.
All right, let's have a look at you, lad. And he kind of peels back some of the armor, the clothing he's got around his body, and he says, "Oh my goodness, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Some person has done a great disservice to Bone here. Here, everybody, have a look at this." And you'll have a look at Bone's neck, and the first thing you notice is that almost the skin tone between his neck and his body is slightly different. Like Bones' head is slightly blue, while the Bones' head is slightly blue, while the rest of it is a more just a light brown type of color. So it's hard to see with the clothes he's wearing. And then you notice stitches around his neck. And it seems as if the head doesn't match the body.
Oh, snap.
I don't think what he's saying is this is not his body, and I had to agree. This is exactly what I'm talking about with those misguided worshippers of the Redeemer. Someone has put a head on a different body. This is vile magic.
Vander, do you think that's why Bone there was saying bones, bones, not bones?
I guess is Vander's still standing outside, right? But I guess you can come out and talk to him. And Vander's gonna be like, yeah, I guess that makes sense, doesn't it?
Ezri asks, that is something. Do you know where your body is, Bone?
Doctor. Stein.
Does anybody know who he's referring to? Dr. Stein? There's no doctor called that here.
Well, I wouldn't have heard of a Stein in my travels, would I have, Malcolm?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, Avgi, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. Yeah, ask around. Dr. Stein, as I said, I've heard of nobody here. And just say with my profession and helping the poor, I tend to know the doctors. Maybe there's one in the Noble district. They don't tend to ask me. But you can ask around. In case it wasn't obvious, you guys have been referring to this gentleman as Bone. I've known him as Avgi before, shall we say, his body changed. So you, Avgi, should I call you Avgi or Bone?
He's trying to mouth his name, but he's sort of can't say it.
Maybe we'll just stick with Bone for the meantime. Well, that, as I said, Kazri, that's what I've known him as. I mean, before, he used to help out at the temple. Was a very kind man. And then he ended up in the dog pit somehow, and something went terribly wrong. I mean, this is not his body. I don't know. But Avgi, Bone, I have no earthly idea how you could get your body back. I mean, maybe your body's rotting somewhere. Maybe it's been used for other vile purposes. I don't know. This is terrible, Bone. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say.
He's trying to. It's not like it's sort of like he can't follow along with the conversation, so he just reverts back to what he's previously asking about. Bone weak. Bone weak. Outmer, help.
All right, let's have a look at you. I don't feel right calling you Bone. So, Avgi, let's have a look at you. And he takes a closer look at Bone. And just whispering something to you, Chris.
Yep.
All right, you are looking a little weak there, lad. And he stands up on a table and he says, "Look, you guys know what a kind lad this Avgi has been in the Temple of Life. He's been a great servant of the Redeemer. He has some weakness. I'll need some money to help him out, to get the necessary reagents." And one by one, the poor in the Temple of the Life, they drop in copper pieces, occasionally a silver piece, never a gold piece though, and the hat gets proverbially passed round. I see you typing, Kesri, so we'll wait for that. Well, there's two things wrong with him, Kesri. One is he's quite frankly just a head in someone else's body. That I cannot help. But you see his muscles have withered. This will hopefully get him his strength back. So it won't help him with his head, but it'll help him regain his strength. Muscle atrophy, exactly. And he gathers up the coins from the poor. Everybody kind of almost pats Bone on the back before dropping a copper piece or two into the hat. And, oh great Redeemer, bless the servant of yours, bless Avgi. If anybody's a true servant of the God of Light, the true servant of the Redeemer, it is this man. And he casts a spell on you, and your strength returns, Bone.
Yes.
If you remember, because I don't, but the
Feels
ghost,
the
remember the
energy.
ghost drained from Bones. That ghost drained his strength. So
Yeah.
all right, well, I wish you luck, Avgi. And good luck. I fear it's only the
Thank
revenge that you can
you.
do at this point. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, partner, friend.
He nods. Okay, so it's time for a short break. You're, of course, traipsing around a horse and a pig. So deal with that. If you want to, you could sell the horse, turn it into glue. I don't know with this group.
Oh yeah. Don't give me any.
to it. Okay, back. Oh, Kesri's back. There we go. Good. So, back onto the streets of Iglarion with the Temple of Life, the Temple of the Redeemer. Bone seems to be well loved there. Vander, not so much. But yeah, back onto the streets with a horse and a pig in tow. What do you do?
Is there a enchanter around that I would know of that I could possibly move the basically I want to take the dagger's enchantment and put it on his Increation's cards. Or a smith to meld them together.
You want to turn the sacrificial dagger into a sacrificial card?
Like my playing cards, how I use those as my weapon, I want to somehow make the dagger into like cards or meld them together or something.
You can do
Move the
melee
enchantment
attacks.
from it.
Melee attacks with your cards, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, and toss them, yeah, and throw them like a dagger.
So, you can get that done. Would you say it just happens because of the flavor of your character? But you can only use the special things for the dagger when you use it as a melee attack.
Gotcha. Okay, understood.
So you could just rename it to sacrificial, hellish sacrificial death card or something. Yeah, call it the death card. There we go.
Is so only gets the +1 to attack and damage when used like a dagger?
No, you can throw it as a +1.
I know the other.
But
Yeah, I know the other stuff you were saying. I just wanted to. I got it.
Yeah, you can still throw it as a +1 dagger, but the special stuff will only happen if you use it as a melee attack. Okay, cool. So, because of the flavor, we'll just mark that as a flavor. Okay, so what do you guys do?
The games. When are those?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah, and the horse. Yeah, I agree with Cass. We should probably deliver that. I feel a little bit strange walking around with a horse in middle of the town, middle of the city.
Okay, so if you remember, Sign Monder, this dwarven gentleman is well respected within the city. He's a somebody. He's a dwarf, and he lives in the noble district. Given both Khazri's and Adai's connections, you get into the high district fairly easily. Heartless Edge. I like it in Kracion. Good name. So yeah, once again, commoners aren't allowed in here, but Adai and Khazri managed to get through. And you go to the Monder Villa, down here, number 89. You knock on the door. The servants immediately see the horse, and instead of welcoming you in, they summoned for Lord Sign Monder. And he comes back and says, "You returned Miss Ivory. Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, she does not look healthy. What happened to her?"
Demons.
Demons.
Okay, you're going to have to be a little bit more specific than that. Demons?
Well, that cult you were worried about was kind of a real thing, and they summoned a couple demons. One of them escaped and burned down the place, and Kazuri, Bone, and Adai were the only ones that could save your horse. All the other horses kind of got burned alive, and your good old friend that you sent there, and basically everybody was murdered by the cult trying to summon demons from the sacrifices.
Oh, there's a lot to take in here. So, the house was on fire, Khazri, and you went inside to save the horses? Is that correct? Who went inside to save Miss Ivory?
I think it was Bone, Castery, and
Adai.
Adai.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, Miss Ivory is a special creature, no doubt. This is a remarkable act of bravery, Kazdari. Adai and Bone. You have my respect for saving my precious steed. Thank you. And I'm going to give Kezri, Adai, and Bone a point of DM inspiration. Just because I don't hand those out enough. So being heroic, I'll add it to Adai's sheet, though he might forget about it by the time he comes back. But I'll make sure he has DM's inspiration. There we go. All right. And you said demons were summoned? What more can you tell me about that?
Well, nearby the farm there was a windmill, and inside that windmill it seemed to be cultists. They seemed to be worshipping someone or something that's called the Queen of Shadows. And inside the basement of that windmill, they had this call it a summoning circle. They had already managed to summon 2 demons. My friends managed to kill one of the demons. The other demon escaped. And the third demon that was supposed to be summoned, the summoning process of that demon was cancelled. So it never saw the face of this plane.
Well, that is quite a story. So we understand it. 3 were summoned, 1 failed the summoning, 1 was killed, and 1 got away somewhere. Presumably this Queen of Shadows.
Perhaps.
This is the dark deeds indeed. I thank you for your service. I presume the nobles there got away safely from the fire?
I'm just going to look at Cassidy. Bombastic side eye. With a little bit of a chuckle inside, of course.
The demon killed them? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lady killed 3 of them trying to summon the demons in a sacrificial circle. And then the demon killed the other 2 while we were trying to stop the demon.
So they were sacrificed to summon the demon?
It seemed that way. They were tied up, and it seemed like you had to use flesh, human flesh, to be able to summon the power of the demons.
The noble lady was in charge. Well, I don't know what we can do about this Queen of the Shadows. But let me just say this. I've met many people in the city, and while you owed me a favor, many of them would have just turned and run at the sight of the demon. So, well done. If nothing else, for going beyond and above the terms of agreement, you may consider myself, Lord Steinmander, your ally. As far as I am concerned, we are brothers and sisters united against the fight against evil.
I do like the sound of that, Lord Mander.
And he gives you a bow back, Kezri. Dr. Cod Stein. No, can't say that I have, sorry, Kezri. As we are brothers and sisters now in the fight against evil, I'd tell you what, I'll make a few questions around, see if I can find out about anybody called Stein, and if I do, I'll get back to you. But I myself personally do not, but I'll ask you. You're welcome, sister. Well, if there's anything other information you can share, I'd be quite appreciated. But if not, I have some, I need to get dressed, get prepared for the King's Games, which starts tomorrow. I'll be part of the royal procession going along various roads in the city to get the celebrations started. So unless there's anything else, brothers, sisters, I'll bid you.
Well,
Oh,
There
well.
are.
Okay. Let's start with you, Ingratian. Then we'll get to you, Vanda. Ingratian, what did you want to say?
well, I just a question more so. Do you think it's a good idea for you to be out there on a parade route, knowing that we've passed along this knowledge of these cultists to you? Would you not be a prime target or a political assassination attempt, possibly?
Possibly, but I'll be joined with fellow knights of the Royal Guard. And I say a parade. It's more a chance for the Queen and the King and the Princess to be escorted around the city. It's a bit of a tradition. And if this is an assassination attempt against all those people, well, I'll be right there along with the royal swords.
Just be careful. We seen a guard acting kind of odd on the old man's road. He was drunker than a skunk and just openly urinating.
Old Man's Road. Well, that is most disappointing. And then, well, why was he such a way? Did you talk to him?
No, I felt it best not to. Don't want to possibly be charged with an altercation when there wasn't an altercation.
You're a red cloak, are you?
I think Ad-Eye's father or mentor is.
Yes, it is. Nethel the Wester is. Look, if you see something like that, let somebody know, okay? It is the most unacceptable, and you might get him in trouble, but maybe trouble is what he needs. It's wholly unacceptable. So let someone know next time, okay?
Okay.
I don't know if Incration means that. But make a deception or a persuasion check if you like, Incration. Not sure if you are one to turn someone in. Lord Signwonder says, yes, well, maybe some other people will talk to them. And I'm sorry, Vander, you had something to say.
Yes, it's just this Queen of Shadows still on my mind. And we managed to squeeze some information out of the culprits that we fought in the windmill, and they were talking about something, some place somewhere called the King's Bridge, and it seems like this were some rendezvous place for the cultists.
Right?
I'm just thinking loud, but I'm curious to go there and inspect a little bit more. Maybe we could find some clues to why these people would like to summon devils and demons into our realm.
Oh, by all means, feel free to investigate the King's Bridge if you think that would be useful information.
I would also like to ask you though, because I'm not really that well versed in geographics, but do you know are there anything interesting close by to this area? Something that that would be good to know about?
Well, there's a literal bridge right up here called the King's Bridge.
Oh, right, there it is. Cool.
Number
I'm not going to ask
69.
that question if Banner knew that. That's fortunate, though. Cool.
All right, brothers, sister, I'll let you be on your way and I'll start making preparations for the King's Games, which starts tomorrow. All right, good day to you.
Good day.
Good day.
All right, and as you leave the Munder Villa, you can tell people are already starting to get the place decorated. There are streamers put up, signs put up. It seems as if the city is almost abuzz even before the King's Game has officially started. What do you do?
Well, has the game started?
Should we just go back and rest before?
Well, the games are tomorrow, aren't they?
Oh yeah.
Still a
Yeah,
couple
it's
of
like
hours of
midday,
daylight.
right?
Yeah, still some daylight hours left.
Should we go to the bridge, guys? We might not find anything, and we might find everything.
So, first of all, we have to cross over the Queen's Bridge, which is number 70. Then onto the King's Bridge itself. And it's a bridge with a roof on it. And Ally would know this. It's designed and built magic by Master Arlen, who was the one who helped end the theocracy that was ruling this place before. And allows one carriage to cross it at a time. And the bridge walls are so narrow that you can't even open the door of a carriage if you were to go over it. And there are arrow slits dotted along each side, and it is heavily guarded at all times. So, you see nobles and people crossing back and forth, the guardsmen having a close look at everybody. And yeah, what do you do? Great question.
Well, it should be somewhere secret, I suppose. Are there like any doors or ladders or staircases down underneath the bridge or something?
I mean, the bridge is raised to get over the river, so it's raised like about 10 feet in the air. So there's steps. Oh no, it's flat for the carriages. So there's ramps going up either side to get the carriages on. Goes over the river. It's designed to be secure with all the guards. This narrow crossing for carriages. So what would you want? What do you want to do?
Well,
Is there
What do
there
you want
any-
to say, Enrishan?
any looking for? I'm wondering if we see any symbols or old hieroglyphs that we seen back here on the old wall.
Well, the old this bridge is newer than the old wall. It has been rebuilt. It seems it's of a much more modern style. And there's no runes that you can see on the bridge. It seems as if it's all mechanically operated. If you'd like to take a look without sticking your nose and attracting the attentions of the guards, you can make a perception check, see if you can spot anything unusual.
Sure. And if I guide myself, will it draw attention to me?
No, not just for looking. Investigating,
Okay,
yes. Looking, no.
I will guide myself for this then. Plus a d4. It's gonna be 17.
17, okay. 17. Everything appears normal, like you don't notice anything. But just at the last moment, you notice something floating underneath the bridge. You're not sure what it is, but it looks out of place. It's kind of like right up against the side of the bridge. It's not flowing up and down the river Ninok, but it's kind of caught in one of the base structures of the bridge.
I will point it out to Vander.
So, you think it's something under the bridge in the water?
Oh, my eyes don't seem to be blurry. I'm pretty sure I knew what I saw this time.
Vander's gonna give you a light smile to that comment, because that's kind of funny. Well, do you care for a swim?
I don't
don't
mind one.
Cool, me neither. Vander is going to get up on the bridge, I guess, or like close to the water, and he's going to transform himself into one of the cultists from the windmill, and then he's just gonna jump into the water, dive into the water actually, gracefully. Such a graceful guy.
Get out of there! Get out of there, or they'll shoot you where you swim! That's not acceptable!
And Vander is just gonna keep on diving all the way to the bottom.
Oh no.
Okay. Just a sec, so I look up the Royal Guard statistics. Okay, Royal Guard. Okay. As you descend in there, ignoring their order to stop, 6 arrows come shooting at you. I'm going to say, yeah, got it, Vander. I'm going to say the first 3 are normal rolls, because it's before you hit into the water. A 14, a 17, and a 21, Vander.
14, 17, and 21. Yeah, everything hits.
Okay, so that's 3d6 plus 3 damage. As the arrows thump into you. And the next 3 will be at disadvantage because they're shooting at you through the water. So 1, 2, 3. A natural 1, 14, and a 9. I think one of those hits.
So 1 more hits. Yeah.
That's another d6 plus 1.
4 points of damage, alright. And you'll probably see some bloods and some bubbles emerge to the surface. But Vander is adamant on keeping on diving to the ground or to the bottom of the river.
And I want to try to sneak down to that spot I noticed while their eyes are fixated on Vander.
Sure, make a stealth check.
Oh no, it would have been so good.
Oh.
Oh, I'm going
It
to
was an
check.
18 and then rolled off to a 2.
Let's see.
Vander, did you give any directives to Bone?
No, I was eager to jump into the river.
Where are the guards?
Oh my god.
Well,
No.
I'll put it this way. There are 6 guards, all took pot shots at him as he went down in there, ignoring their orders. 1 guard has just dived into the river, and 1 guard says, "You, stay the fuck there! No hiding! I got my eyes on you," he says, looking at Incration. They spot you trying to sneak up. "Stay the fuck there, don't move a muscle."
I will stay the fuck there.
And slowly, Bone? Well, okay, what's Bone? Oh my god, you guys. Bone, what do you do?
He is in control of his faculties because he's trying to restrain himself from going rage.
Ah.
Since the prime directive is to protect his master, but he's unsure because his master doesn't look like his master, but
Ah.
doesn't know what to do.
Good point, good point.
Oh my.
Okay, so the guard dives in after you. The River Nenoch is relatively clean, is kept clean in these good times. So he dives in and he lands right next to you, and he's going to take. Let's do one of these. Not one of those. One of these.
Roll for initiative.
Tell you what we'll do. We'll drag. Drag everybody on here. So we have Adai. Oops. Come here. Adai. Bone. Kesri. And we're just doing Kracion. Like, everybody roll into initiative and we'll just see how this plays out.
Forgot Vander.
Oh, Vander didn't do Vander?
No, you put Adai on there instead of Vander.
Ah, okay. Vander. What's going on? Oh, I'm not doing. Okay. Okay, and a Royal Guard. Okay, roll initiative for him. All right, so, oh, excuse me. Yeah. Okay, the Royal Guard dives down next to Vander. He is going to. He is going to hit you twice with his longsword. Now, longsword isn't very efficient underwater, so he is just going to swing twice, two-handed at disadvantage. He rolls a 15 and a 14.
Yeah, both hit.
Both hit. You take a total of 13 points of slashing damage.
Oh my.
Ouch, I'm soon dead, actually.
Ender.
I'm going to cast Sleep on him, 2nd level.
Okay, roll your 5d8 or whatever it is.
It should be more, actually.
Or whatever it is.
5d8.
Whatever it is.
It's 78.
Okay. I'll give you the number you need to beat. You need to beat
That's
26.
54, actually.
Oh
my god.
Roll again. Roll 7. What is it supposed to be?
Wait, that was 75. Wasn't it supposed
Yeah,
to be
one
D6?
more. Yeah, one more.
No, you rolled 7d5. You didn't roll d6.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Oddly
Oh.
sided 5-sided dice. Just roll again. Once again, 26 is the number you're looking for. Well, he goes to sleep. He starts floating in the water. What do you do?
I'm just gonna continue to the as deep as I possibly can. To the place where Enration said he saw something in the water.
Okay, so you dive down even deeper as I don't know. Yeah, as the guard slowly descends with you, and you see a body there. It looks like a cultist, dressed like a cultist. He's face down in the mud at the bottom of the river.
Interesting. Can I? Well, I guess we're still in turn order, so I'll just move as close to the body as possible.
Okay. Incration. The guard's saying, "You don't fucking move a muscle. We've only got one idiot. Don't you go sneaking around."
Listen, there's something at the bottom of the river. He's trying to pull it up for you.
Look, we are the guards. We are the one who goes diving in the rivers. Use your fucking head. You should have explained it to us. Dead bodies are the things we investigate. Now stand down.
All right.
3. Apologies for all the guards. I sent them after this mysterious. Apologizes for all the guards. I mean, apologizes to the guards. I sent them after this mysterious object. Artemis Godsoul, the company you keep is is rather odd. Seeing what Kezri's typing. They are cheap. What can I say? Tell you what, make a persuasion check at advantage. You're a noble. They do know you. All right. Well, need to kill with this idiot. See, I got no way of knowing the guy who went down there just to not kill these assholes. Mr. Skazri, what would you suggest? Kazri says, we can wait for him to come back up. I believe it may have been embodied. Okay. All right. Man, if you see this idiot bloody diver coming back up, just don't shoot him. Bone.
I guess he's still standing there.
Yeah, you're welcome, Miss Cassidy. So Bone's just standing there?
Yeah, it doesn't see his master getting hurt, so...
Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. And we swing back to the Royal Guard who's asleep. Now I'm going to make him float down in a random direction. On a 1 to 3, he lands next to you. On a 4 to 6, he lands like 10 feet away. So he lands right next to you. And I know that I was submerged underwater and I was asleep. I wouldn't be asleep anymore. So coughs and chokes. And I'm also going to say he's completely out of breath. So he goes straight up to the surface. Goes straight up. And he is literally drowning. He took in a full lungful of air as he's doing. So up he goes. And hello, Belzebeth. He's got the pins, exactly. So that's the Royal Guard's turn. Vander, in front of this body.
Well, Vander doesn't really know the situation or the conversation that's happening on top. And Vander feels very hurt at the moment. He has like 5 hit points left. So he kind of wants to, he kind of wants to like make himself as small and invisible as possible. And what's the best way to do that?
Okay. Now, one of the things about casting spells underwater is that you are instantly drowning because you open your mouth to cast a spell and your lungs fill up with water. You're currently drowning. Oh! Yeah, you're fine. Probably should have whispered that there, Vander, but yep, you're good.
It's fun.
Okay, so yeah, you're invisible. Poof, disappear out of sight.
Right, nice. So I'm just going to, stay underneath here. I guess that's my action to cast that spell. So I'm going to... On my next action, I'm going to try to search the body of the guy laying down here.
Okay.
Maybe turn in or look at his face and such.
Sure. And Kracian, are you standing the fuck down?
I've been this whole time. She told you what we were doing.
I got my eye on you nevertheless. Miss Kazari. Just gonna wait on Vander. Bone, same I assume?
Yeah.
Guard sputters to the surface and dusts themselves off. Right, that fucker! I'm gonna slit his throat! And he prepares to dive back in his cab. No! Wait there, here under the orders of Miss Casley. Non-lethal, let's just wait for the SOB to surface. Yes, sir! Vander, make an investigation check if you check the body.
Let's check the body. Investigation.
Noble and shit. Okay, couple of things you discover. Number one, This is the cultist that has fled. This was the guy who ran away from the old grinder. And number 2, you noticed, actually make a medicine check.
Medicine.
It's part of your investigation. There... He... 13. You're not sure, but he might have been drowned, or he might have been killed in some other way. The 13 and looking in this murky underwater muddy bank, you're not sure. But one thing's for sure, he is dead.
Interesting. So, do he have any possessions or something that's interesting, like a key, any papers that haven't disintegrated in the water or something like that?
No.
Or even coins, for that sake.
No coins. He has a dagger, would be the only thing.
Okay. I will take that dagger, because why not?
Sure. It's not as nice as Ingratian's dagger, quote unquote, but it's a decent dagger.
True. A decent dagger. And I suspect there aren't really anything else down here, right?
No, your investigation just... Nope, nothing else of interest.
Okay, well, I guess that's my action for this turn.
Everybody else is in a holding pattern, so we'll drop out of initiative order. And what does Incration do to get out of this sticky situation?
You heard the lady there. Am I for you to join my tall compadre over there?
Flying Bone?
Yeah.
All right.
Go next to Bone and wait.
Okay. Vander, you're invisible at the bottom of a river.
I'm going to cast light on the body.
Which will break your invisibility.
No, it's not a concentration.
Casting any spells when you're invisible. The spell
then I'm not
ends
going to do it.
for the target that attacks or casts a spell.
Right, then I'm not going to do it. In that case, I will just swim away. Actually, I will swim away from this place, get as far away as possible.
Okay, where do you head?
I'm going to find somewhere, maybe try to look for somewhere to submerge that seems a little less populated. And since I'm invisible, I'm just going to try to like gently get up from the water sides and just, well, walk up, I guess.
Best to do it over there, you feel, outside of the noble district, the high district. And you're completely visible when you get out of the water because you're covered in water, but you shake like a dog and back to being functionally invisible again.
Yeah. And that's what I'm gonna do. Because Vander doesn't know that the guards have like stopped pursuing him, so he's gonna try to get away from the sticky situation.
Okay.
And when he's done, when he feels like his clothes and everything has dried in a way, he can be invisible for an hour's time.
Sure.
Then he's gonna try to get back. I guess he can just try to sneak through the guards.
Sure. Make a stealth check at advantage. Okay. So, Bone, Incration, Kazri. Vander doesn't come up.
How long do you want to wait here, ma'am? Keeping the ruse up.
Kazri says, well, seems he's not coming up. Money wasted. I guess we'll hire someone else. Leave this business to the guards. Okay. So, yep, leaving it to the Royal Guards, which you've done more than once in your life. And the
Come
party.
on, big fella.
Vander, where?
I'm gonna walking away. Bone, just act like it. Come on, we know where he's at.
Okay. We're headed to the mast now.
Where?
Avery says, Avgi, we're heading to the master now.
Oh, that works. Okay, Casri.
Okay, so you start walking through the High District along the Riverside Promenade. This is all very pleasant. Whereabouts are you guys heading?
Just following along.
Incration would probably suggest that Vander would most likely meet up at our normal spot, the Lucky Leap, if we want to check there for him.
Sure, Kazri agrees. So you find your way back to the Lucky Leap Tavern. Oops. It's as pleasant as always. Fiddler. Oh, now there's some music playing in the background. Rather pleasant. And Incration, do you make yourself known?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Oh, sorry, no, I'm sorry, I meant Vander. Sorry, Vander.
Yeah. I'm just gonna scout for the rest of the party, and when I see that they're like changing direction, walking out of the High District, I'm just gonna follow them. And yeah, I guess I will just, once they are out of the High District, I will just go into a corner and make myself visible, and then I guess I'll just look at Enration and cast message on him and say, "Hey, look behind you."
I'll look behind me.
And I'll just do a little, like, this cute little wave as my body's like gently bleeding from all the arrows.
Very cool.
See, Bone, I told you he'd be here. Gotta have a little faith at times.
Completely
Vander,
out of session, out of game. What is Hatum up to? Did he get his adventuring life back on track, Christian? Or is he still a diplomat?
Yeah. Oh no, he finally left his parents, I would say.
Very good. Right,
Vander,
yep. As you were.
before we do shenanigans like that again, you might want to give Bone some guidance or direction. He about jumped down a guard's neck, but he restrained himself somehow.
Oh, well, I'm impressed, Bone. You didn't smash?
No slash or smash.
Good. So, Bone, while I am away or need to do something else, like happened today, you can speak with both Enration and Kasri, and they will help you. But don't listen to Adai. He might be foolish sometimes.
Bone, listen, friends. Okay, master.
An hour left, Kazri. Hour left of daylight. Oh, okay. So I assume Incration?
Kazri, you weren't here for this. I forgot to mention to you when we were at the estate, we were cleaning out for your beloved Gareth. We found a pearl earring with the initials U.G engraved into it. Side note for Malcolm, page 142.
See if Oh, you might
It
know
was
what
found
that
in the
means.
Gorso Manor.
Okay, just a sec. I think you do in fact know what that means, Kazri. Just need to find the... come on. Yeah, what do? Ah. Actually make a... Oh, just a basic intelligence check, Kazri. Don't know. So you just know it's found in the Gorso Manor and UG. Not sure what that means. Okay. And you're going to go do the thing we talked about, Kazri? Okay. Yep. So Kazri wanders off by herself for the remaining hour. And make me a persuasion check. I'll whisper something to you, Kazri. Ah, damn it, what does it do there? Okay. So, yeah. When you do a carriage, like a shift carriage return and whispers, the second part doesn't whisper, so that's why that thing came up there. Not as bad as I did the other day. I had on a map. They didn't know what it was, and I accidentally showed the entire players the entire map. I clicked the wrong button, so that wasn't good. Okay, so Kazri, you return back. Yeah. Unless there's anything else you wish to do, you can retire for the evening. And then the King's Games will resume in the morning. So let me know what you want to do. Rest up.
I'd ask a quick question to the governor if he's found any information on the Seidel family, and other than that, then go to bed.
Sorry, Governor. That I have not.
Appreciate you looking into it. I'll give him 5 gold.
Thank you very much. Okay, so consider yourself long rested. It's going to help Vander more than anybody. Oh, Adai.
Yeah.
Adai as well, for that matter. I'll get Adai back to a full rest. Ah, not that button. Adai. Long rest. Okay, so the morning comes and the King's Games is officially underway. The city is in celebration mode. And the first thing that happens is out on the street of Oathbreaker, you see the royal procession passing by. And there's your old mate, Lord Sign Monder, your brother and your sister. And he's leading a royal procession through the town as the crowd cheers on for the king and the queen and the royal procession. And people get excited with royalty, regardless of what they like about royalty. It is an interesting thing regardless. And you see the king. I have a picture of the king here. Somewhere. Where would I have the king? Oh, here he is. King Waldron Azanar, who's been leading the city with great aplomb. People, I guess, are still slightly annoyed with him that after his first queen died, he married his new queen, Queen Lyrencia, fairly quickly afterwards. So there's a little bit of anger about that he remarried someone so quickly and so young. But by all accounts, King Waldron Azanar is head over heels in love with Queen Lyrencia. And not long after they were married, 15, 16 years ago, they had a daughter. Your old mate, Princess Athena Azanar. And the king and the queen are waving and people are cheering them. Yeah. And Princess looks out and says, "Look at all your nobles, look at me! Oh, and I, my love, I have something for you!" And I imagine Adai looks very uncomfortable. And Queen Adonai, Princess Athena, pulls down her pants, sticks her butt out the window, and, shall we say, relieves herself. It's for you, Adonai! And the royal procession continues on, and some guards who are following, they just shake their head as if this type of thing happens all the time. And they clean up her deposit as the royal procession continues to go through the town. Now, as you know, there are many events happening around the town. And the very first event, let's get my notes, is the Battle of the Tipsy Tunes, which, just getting my notes, happens all the way down here, down in Dragon Plaza. I can put a tooltip on this one, just a sec. So Dragon Plaza is number 111. So, and the point with the King's Game is these events that happen all the time. They sort of happen in succession and all at the same time. And there are just crowds gathered all around here. All the way over here to the Green-Eyed Nymph. All around the plaza there are like grandstands constructed with leveled seating, and people are crowding around. And the Battle of the Tipsy Tune. You see a tent constructed in the center of the Dragon Plaza. It looks like a classic circus tent. And there's a sign on the circus tent that says, "Welcome to the Battle of the Tipsy Tunes. The first prize is a magical scroll of instant tent, which was also used to create this tent, and we are sponsored by the Emporium of Marvelous Rarities." And you see people stretching up and getting ready to perform some songs. And the idea of this one basically is to sing, to dance, to any type of performance. Take a swig of what's it called? Take a swig of spirited leaf liqueur brewed by the olden monks of the lowlands. So you sing, you drink, you sing, you drink, you sing, you drink, and there are judges there who will judge who is the best singer. And it costs 3 gold pieces to enter. So if anybody wishes to enter, let me know.
I'll join.
So Kazri and who is it, Vander as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get to your performances in a second. So we'll go through the other performances.
Before Bandro would like to make some preparations beforehand, though.
Sure.
He don't really want to attend as himself, looking as Bandro. So he's gonna walk in Vander's clothes, but he's gonna look like one of the cultists from before, I think.
Okay.
Just to look like someone else.
Sure. You can sign up for whatever you like. I did have you sign up. It's kind of a flavor type of thing, but feel free to jump in anyone. It's not compulsory to join or not join. Just make your decision. So, the very first person to come up introduces himself as Zamoza. And he's a half-elf. And he said, I've studied at the College of the Minstrels. I will surely perform better than everybody else. And Zamoza, I've pre-rolled all of these. He brings out a violin and starts playing the tune. And this first tune is magnificent as he jaunts around and dances around. And you see the judges quickly taking notes. And then he takes a swig of the spirited leaf and then starts dancing and performing around again. And this time he's a little offbeat. He's a little tipsy. And the judges kind of shake their heads. Oh, good, oh, good. And then he takes his third round of spirited leaf and promptly vomits on it. And the judges hold up 2 points for the first performance. The next contestant is Gertruda Balin, and she's a human. She looks quiet and she says, "Oh, hi, my name is Gertruda Balin, and this is my song." But when she brings out her guitar, just sits on a stool, the audience goes quiet. Her first performance is just magnificent as it sings songs and it reminds you of good times. It reminds you of bad times. It's just magnificent. And she quietly takes another drink of the spirited leaf and plays an equally splendid song. She's just absolutely nailing it. And some people in the background are actually crying as she weaves these tales about. Then she quietly takes another swig of the spirited leaf. And she has done an excellent performance overall. And the judges hold up 5 points. She scored 5 points. The third contestant is a gentle lady called Dorian from the Minstrels of the College. And she regularly performs at the Golden Nectar Inn, which I think you guys had been to before. In fact, if you remember, there was a minstrel playing during the Battle of the Tipsy Tunes. This is her. And she comes off to an okay start. It's good, but it's not great, as she's playing several different instruments, like one of those street buskers who have a drum on their foot, a guitar, and she's doing that type of stuff. Her first tune, magnificent. Well, okay. She seems to pick up steam in the middle, makes another performance, all whilst juggling the spirited leaf, and finally she comes with a strong start, and the judges hold up a point card for 4. She did a good job. Now, Lord Duval, who is a half-orc noble. That's odd to see. Right. I'm an orc. I can handle my liquor. I shall surely do good. And he starts singing with a beautiful tenor voice. And it is off-tune a little bit. And he says, a little bit of spirits will help me. And he drinks and does even worse. Drinks, does even worse, and does an absolutely terrible performance. And the people hold up a big flat 0. So at the moment, Gertruda Balin, the quiet minstrel who was just playing her guitar and nothing else, was in the lead. Okay. Kesri, just a sec. All right, who's going first, Kesri or Incration?
For
The Battle of the Tipsy Tunes.
oh no, that was Vander and Kazri.
Oh, sorry, Vander or Kesri, who would like to go first? I'll go. Okay. So, first of all, you have 3 turns to do stuff. There's an hourglass that sets a time limit. And first of all, make a performance check. And what are you playing, Kaz? Are you singing, you dancing, reading poetry? The lute. Okay, so make a performance check. 11. The judges aren't impressed. That's going to earn you no points. Oh, you get inspiration. Okay. Roll again.
Am I allowed to, like, before Cassidy enters the stage, am I allowed to say, "Oh, Cassidy, break a leg," and give her bardic inspiration?
Nice. Yep. So bardic inspiration. So you got that available. Do you wish to use it? The judges are impressed. The more impressed they are, the more points you get. So it's up to you whether you want to roll that, Kesru. I won't use it on this one. So that performance is worth 2 points. So you're at 2 points so far. The spirited leaf comes out, and you need to chug one of those. So, make a Constitution saving throw, please. 16. You can take your alcohol, no problem. So, continue playing your lute. With another performance check, 24. Okay, I'm going to say since that's a natural 20, let's see, 15, 20. I'll give you 3 points for that. Excellent. So the usual rule is if you get 15, you get 1 point. If you get over 20, you get 2 points. If you get over 25, you get 3 points. But for the natural 20, we'll give it that. Time for another chug, Kazri. As people cheering along. They love your performance. Another performance. Well, Constitution saving throw. Wow. Just chugging through it. I'm going to say you do so well that you can do your performance at advantage with those natural 20s. So make another roll for your performance. 14. Okay, this is your last round, Kazri. 15. So you get 1 point. So your total score is 6 points. And you take over the lead. Well done. Gertrude says, well, miss, that was most impressive. I think you're both a better musician, and you can take your alcohol well. Congratulations. Zamoza and Dorian, they all congratulate you with the Lord Dorval just passed out on the ground. Now, Vander, your chance to stretch your stuff. As Kesri is cheered off the stage.
Vander is going to... He's not going to play fair, obviously. He wants to... he's planning something with Joy. And since Joy is invisible, he wants to try to... When he's about to drink the liquor, he wants Joy to get up in his face as he plays his music. He's gonna play his lyre, and he wants to like make. He basically wants to like spurt the alcohol into Joy's mouth instead.
At this stage,
You can
Yeah, but-
certainly try.
So I hope it helps that Joy is invisible, of course. We'll try. I'd love to try it.
okay, let's try this. Okay, so first of all, regardless, make a performance check.
Performance.
As you're playing on your lyre.
Oh my god, that's a rough start.
Boo! Boo! Yes, terrible, terrible! And someone throws a tomato at you, but you dodge it easily enough.
Nice. Thank you, Cassidy.
Okay, and so the joy is plastered to your face, right? Invisible.
Yeah.
And I see she moves up just because you tell her the plan, and she moves up just beforehand. Now she is invisible. I'm gonna give you a deception check 10.
Deception check.
10.
Okay.
DC is 10.
You want Vander to roll the deception?
Oh, okay. Since she's invisible, we'll give you advantage. DC 10.
For Joy or for Vander?
Let's just do Vander. Vander's fine.
Okay, cool.
Deception
With
at advantage DC 10.
Let's see how unlucky I am. Not unlucky enough.
Yep.
Good.
So people don't notice that your imp is now impaired. I'll make a Constitution saving throw for the imp. That's a lot of alcohol for such a little creature.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, 10 again. Con save for Joy.
Oh, she actually has like just as good as I have.
But is she immune to poison?
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it then. Okay, so you don't obviously take any disadvantage from being drunk. Joy might struggle in a moment. Oh no, she's fine. She's immune. Okay, make another performance check.
Woohoo! Performance. Oh, I love these rolls. Thank you, God. It's not easy to play with an imp stuck to your face.
Oh, well, they're fair. Okay, so you can take another chug if you like. Deception check at advantage, DC 10. Okay, and for the final round, you can maybe get fourth for the successful roll. Another
Let's see if I
performance
can
check.
roll more than a 3, though. All right, last performance. Oh, that's not too bad.
That is not too bad. That is worth 2 points. So you come in second. Well, Lord Duval comes in last, then everybody. But you come in well down the pecking order, Vander. Okay. So the crowd cheers and they start saying the MC of the event, the proprietor of it, says, congratulations! Oh, who do we have the honor of addressing to? Talking to Khazri. Khazri doesn't look like Khazri. Sure. How many did you fail? Did you fail any drunk ones? No, actually. No. Oh, so okay. Yeah. Let's hear it for Frank Toole. And Frank Toole, as a proprietor, as a winner of this, we present you with this scroll of Institutent. Let me see if I can find the description of that one for you. Oops, that's that hint. Okay, so this is in fact actually a spell, and this is what it does. Okay. And during, while this is going on, you see an old lady wandering around. She's got a bunch of sweet treats in it. And she's going, right, sweet treats. Just 2 coppers for a sweet treat. Help an old lady. Please, please, please. You good, sir. You look like you could spare a coin or two, and you're looking a little skinny. And she pokes his incration. Come on, just a couple of copper pieces for a sweet treat. It'll help me feed my children, please, sir.
I'll give her 1 silver and say, just hand out as many treats for free, equal to the silver piece. None for me, though.
Oh, thank you very much, kind sir. And she hands 1 to Bone, she hands 1 to Vander, and she hands 3 to Kesri, and she distributes them around the place as well. So you all have 1 of these things. Do you wish to try one of them?
Bone.
Esri, they're delicious. Pop them all in mouth.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Anybody else?
Yeah, I guess if Vander orders, Bone is gonna eat him.
Bone, don't be rude. Eat the thing.
Okay, master.
So Bone, yeah, it's delicious. And Kracian, are you having one?
No, I didn't take one. I told her to give out as many for equal to a silver.
Sure, and Vander.
Nah, he's just gonna pocket it. He doesn't feel in the mood after that humiliating performance on his own part.
Yeah. And as you leave, people are mocking you. It's a tune, fancy boy. Oh, wait, let me put my earplugs in. And everybody just laughs. And this
Oh my God.
This continues throughout the rest of the day. Any charisma-based checks you do to deceive or persuade are going to be at disadvantage because you've basically become the laughing stock of the town with how terrible your performance is.
You know what I'm gonna do, Malcolm?
What's that?
I'm going to go to the bathroom and I'm gonna change into someone else.
Oh, sure. You're no longer, well, the person who performed is the laughing stock.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Okay, so can I have Kesri and Bone please make me Constitution saving throws?
I knew there was a trick to it. I knew it.
Okay. Yes, it is. So you can do it at advantage if you like. So, as you're wandering back to the next event, which is the Nimble Evening at the House of the Soldier, which is over here at 63, we'll get there in just a second. Because, as I said, there's lots of healers around. Some of them, people got too drunk at the Battle of the Tipsy Tune, and they're kind of helping them out, sobering them up, doing some very minor magic to help them. And as you're walking through along Old Man's Road, Kesri, you start feeling exceptionally queasy. Bone, you do as well, but Bone, you manage to recover.
Not care.
Oh, not here, sure. And Kesri, you just fall on the ground and immediately puke on Vander's shoes. But this is... She's just become violently ill and just throwing up all over the place. I mean, you've seen people be drunk and hungover and vomiting that way, but this is violent throwing up. And immediately, 2 clerics rush up into Kesri, looking like the people you saw in the plaza. And they say, Miss, are you okay? And they kind of mix up some smelling salts and hold it to the nose of Kesri. Just inhale, miss, inhale. Do you inhale, Kesri? Oh, no, miss. Oh, and you throw up on one of the people trying to help you. Oh, okay, miss, you don't understand. Just let it all out. Let it all out. And he starts patting you on the back. And the other guy starts, I think, rubbing temples as opposed to do it. I've never been that blindly drunk myself. Okay. So you keep throwing up until you're just making these dry, retching noises. And eventually, you come to your senses. You okay, miss? It's better out than in, am I right? Yeah, maybe. I don't know what happened. Look, but you seem okay now? Good day to you. We've got other people to help. And the cleric-looking people disappear into the crowd, presumably to look for anybody else. Okay, so after that rather violent violent thing, you carry on to the Nimble Eagle competition. Okay.
Yeah. I just want to remind you of the time, though, Malcolm. 2 minutes left.
Well, I'm going to say this one last thing before we get into it. Hazri, now that gold you have? No, you don't. All your gold's gone.
Ooh.
Oh, the cleric stole it.
Well, I don't know. I'll let you do that. Make of that what you will. I was very careful. I rolled some stuff. Didn't beat your passive perception. No one said they were looking closely, but yep. It's a target of some type of scam. Yes, but that's where we'll end it, and we'll pick up with the Nimble Eagle, I think, is the next one, which is an archery competition. Yes, the Nimble Eagle. Okay, people, yes, I do need to pick up children, and we'll see you guys next week.